Psychology of people who don't share their lives on social media. Chapter 1. The betrayal. Picture this: a birthday dinner, 12 people at the table. One guest has 8,000 followers. He spends the night with his phone out, angling food shots, checking story views. The birthday person says quietly, he wasn't really there. 8,000 strangers got a version of that dinner. 12 people at the table got a fraction of a person. You've been sold a lie, brother. They told you sharing your life means living it, that visibility equals value. But while you were documenting the sunset, the person beside you actually saw it, and they're the one who remembers it. Chapter 2. The biological truth. For 200,000 years, humans lived in tribes of 150 people maximum. Dunbar's number. Your brain evolved for intimate, reciprocal relationships, people who knew your story because they lived it with you. Your ancestors didn't perform their lives for validation. They lived. Their tribe witnessed naturally. Social media hijacked your tribal validation circuitry. Your brain treats likes like tribal acceptance, but it's junk food, empty calories that never satisfy the biological hunger for real connection. Private people? Their brains never accepted the substitution. They're running original tribal software in a world forcing a corrupted update. Chapter 3. The mechanism. Research shows when you anticipate sharing an experience, you enjoy it measurably less. Your brain splits attention between having the experience and packaging it for consumption. This creates shallower memory encoding, weaker emotional attachment. It's called private self-consciousness, focusing inward on what you actually feel rather than monitoring external perception. They ask, what do I think? Not, how does this look? Every time you document for sharing, your prefrontal cortex shifts from experience mode to curation mode. Private people never paid this attention tax. Their cognitive resources stayed fully allocated to living, not performing. Chapter 4. The warning signs. Warning sign 1. You remember the caption better than the moment. The Instagram post is more vivid than the actual sunset. Warning sign 2. You need validation to know if your experience was good enough. The dinner wasn't satisfying until it got 200 likes. Warning sign 3. Friendships maintained through feed watching, not actual contact. You keep up with 400 people but couldn't name the last real conversation with 90% of them. The guy with 8,000 followers got a polite thanks in the group chat. The guy with 0 online presence got a personal text the next morning. It meant a lot you came. Attention is finite. Every moment you give, the audience is stolen from the room you're actually in. Chapter 5. The social conspiracy. Social media corporations weaponized your tribal validation circuitry for profit. They turned your biological need for belonging into engagement metrics. Society labeled private people as weird, hiding something, as if opting out requires justification, as if privacy is inherently suspicious. The visibility mandate. If you're not posting, you're not participating. If you're not sharing, you're not living. This is corporate propaganda designed to keep you creating free content. The system profits from your divided attention. Anxious, performing, validation-seeking people scroll more, post more, consume more. Private people who found peace in silence are terrible customers. They need you fragmented, insecure, and hungry for external confirmation. Chapter 6. The collapse. Fast forward 5 years of performing your life online. You have 5,000 followers, hundreds of posts, years of curated highlights. But here's what you don't have: deep friendships. Because feed maintenance replaced intimacy, real memories. Because you were too busy capturing the moment to experience it. A sense of self that exists independently. You've outsourced your identity to audience perception so long, you've forgotten who you are when no one's watching. The loneliest you've ever felt was surrounded by thousands of online friends. If you deleted everything tomorrow, what would be left? Who would show up? Who actually knows you versus who just knows your performance? Chapter 7. The bitter truth. Here's what nobody wants to tell you. You sacrificed real connection for the appearance of connection, traded depth for breadth, chose 1,000 acquaintances who recognize your face over 10 friends who know your heart. Private people aren't better. Many quit because the gap between their real life and everyone's highlight reel became unbearable. But after they left, a background noise they didn't know existed suddenly went silent, and they realized they hadn't heard peace in years. The Harvard Adult Development Study tracked people for 80 plus years. Quality of close relationships is the strongest predictor of lifelong happiness. Not quantity, not visibility, not performance. Depth. You've been optimizing for the wrong metric your entire adult life. Chapter 8. The Solution Framework. Delete the apps. Not take a break, delete. Watch which friendships were built on actual foundation versus digital scaffolding. Train yourself to experience moments without splitting consciousness into performer mode. Dinner with phone in the car. Sunset without photographing it. Identify the 5 to 10 people who know you deeply versus the 500 who know your performance. Invest ruthlessly in the former. Let the latter drift. Ask, what do I think? Before, how will this look? Build an internal reference point that doesn't require external confirmation. Some friendships will dissolve when you stop providing content. Let them. They weren't friendships, they were audience relationships. Your life belongs to you, not to the algorithm, not to the audience. You. The private people who walked away and found peace in the silence, they were never weird. They were just ahead of a conversation that's only now catching up. I'll see you in the silence, brother.